Hey, what is up, everyone? Forever Lego Studios here. Welcome back to today's episode of Building Most Eisley in Lego. Guys, I'm super excited to bring you this episode. I know it is a little over a week late. I do apologize for it. Last weekend, other than just being Easter, it was my oldest son's birthday, and that weekend just really ended up being really busy. So I posted something on Instagram. I don't know if you guys saw it, basically saying like, hey, this is the reasons postponing it back a week. Last week I didn't have not just enough time to film, but enough time to build. My biggest thing, as you guys will see shortly, was trying to get as much as I could of all that taken care of. So that was basically my main focus. Obviously Nate came over. We did a whole lot of work with not just normal buildings on Mos Eisley. We also got a whole table worth of filler taken care of for the next half of the mock. My goal is for the next episode to start working on that, which is going to include moving some of this into the other room where I can put a tarp, or not a tarp, but a sheet or something over it so it doesn't get dusty. But I am super excited. We kind of focus on getting the two hangars built up higher. Obviously it is not done, but it is up to where the catwalk is. So I'm super happy with that progress. Obviously we have a couple buildings. You can't really see the other one behind me. That one behind me is a bit more finished than this one. Sadly didn't get that one done. But obviously life goes on. Not the end of the world. If you guys are excited to see episode, what is it, 4? 3? No, 3. Episode 3 of Building Mos Eisley in Lego. Show some love by hitting that like button. Nate and I really had fun with this episode and building. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of, instead of me showing you guys what the mock is looking like after the fact, what do you guys think of this new concept, or it's not new, but this concept for the series where I show before and after what's going on through the process. I personally had a whole lot of fun. It definitely made me kind of think, okay, I need to film this before I start working on it, and definitely felt a little different. But I really liked it. Me and Nate had a whole lot of fun. And you'll get to see him in the video. So, kudos to him. Thank you again for all the help. And I think that's going to be it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode.
Alright guys, so continuing on with the episode, I've got a special package to show you all. I know that last clip I mentioned that I ordered a few lights from Light by Bricks. And this is what that package is. I'm super excited. I arrived pretty quickly, faster than I was expecting. I think I ordered this on March 30th, and I just received this April 4th, which is today, obviously, when I'm filming this. So, very quick service. I've ordered from them before. I used their lights in the Yavin mock I did for Brickworld last year. I was very pleased with their lights, so I was really excited to go ahead and order more, and that is exactly what I did. I ordered quite a lot of lights and quite a lot of, cords and boards and stuff like that to hopefully finish off the lighting. I still have quite a few different lights, as you guys saw from that area and this area and stuff like that. I still have plenty of lights that I can incorporate on this side of the mock, but I was really worried when it started getting to the other half that I wasn't going to have enough. So I went ahead and ordered a whole bunch of lights and different things. I ordered 2 more battery boxes. I've yet to use any of my Light My Bricks lights so far, so I still have the 2 original ones I have and then 2 more right here. I'm going to be trying to focus on the next half, and then the rest of this half, I guess you could say, is all going to be Light by Bricks. Obviously the lights that are used in these 2 things right here for the hangar, as well as the ground and stuff like that, those are some of my older lights from brick stuff. But yeah, as you guys can see, it's just packed full of different lights. I think I bought 8 of these total, which are obviously a 4-pack, so a whole bunch of lights. They're all just the cool white 15 centimeter, just because I like changing the color with just the translucent pieces and stuff, so I don't normally go for the whole like red lights, blue lights, green lights, and stuff like that. If I want to change a color, I usually do it myself. I just like having the cool white as the starter because I just really like having the white lights in general, and then if I need to change it to said color. Obviously needed connecting cables. This was the mistake I made last year when I was doing Yavin. I forgot to buy some of these, so I got the boards and I got the lights and I got the battery packs. I did not get connecting cables, so the lights I was using for Yavin I could not change or extend from where it was. I still think it turned out really nicely, but definitely could have added more lights, as all things can. But yeah, I ordered, I want to say 4 or 5 of these. Obviously, again, they're 4 packs. It's just a whole bunch of these things right here. The most exciting thing I got in here, it's somewhere on this side, I want to say. Obviously, again, I bought more expansion boards. This was a big order from them. Obviously, again, wanting to make sure I have enough on hand for when I start working on that next half. More cool lights. There it is. That is what I'm most excited for. It is the lightsaber blue. Obviously, if you guys have seen a couple of my mocks, I've had, especially Camino, I had those blue light up lightsabers. I loved them. I put them on Anakin and Obi-Wan. Loved both of them so much. I still have them, but they obviously are from Brick Stuff, not like my Brick. They have similar wires, similar components, but they don't obviously connect to each other. And like I mentioned before, with these lights, or this half, I guess you could say, it's all using Brick Stuff, and I don't really have a use for any of the lightsabers in this half, so I sadly won't be able to use the ones I had. But since I do plan on putting Obi-Wan with his lightsaber turned on in the cantina, I'm going to have the cantina completely lit up using these lights. So I was like, okay, I might as well go ahead and grab a new lightsaber that can go with that. So I'm super excited to see what that looks like. But yeah, my goal now is to go ahead and start working on the 2 hangers. My goal by the end of the episode is going to have these things completed. I should have all the bricks and plates and different tiles that I need to finish them off. I'm going to be messaging Nate to see if he wants to come over, have another build session, see if we can knock out some more of that stuff. He's got a secret room going on over there, as well as I've got some stuff going on over there. But my main goal is to get these two things taken care of and done with. Obviously, we got some work done with that. The area over here and again over there. I do also want to ask you guys a question. I'll reiterate this later in the episode as well. How do you guys feel about the episode kind of set up where I actually show off what's going on and recording me as I go throughout the episode, and then ending it off with a little brief summary of what the mock's looking like? Definitely something that I've been interested in doing. I think I used to do that a little while ago, and then lately I've just been like, okay, this is what the mock looks like. Let me know what you guys think of that. But yeah, I am hopefully going to get a huge chunk of this done by the episode's release, so wish me luck on that. Alright guys, so we've got some progress done. That last clip I mentioned I was going to try and raise this up. Again, my goal by the end of the episode is to have this done. It is a progressing, situation. Obviously, this isn't finished. This is kind of what I mentioned previously to kind of have around both of these hangers. It's kind of just this little curved but little grills and stuff like that going around. Kind of makes it pop out a little bit. My biggest thing is I didn't want the walls to be too flat. Again, obviously I have both of these out here working on them both at the same time, so I'm not just finishing one, trying to go to the next one and try and remember exactly how I did it. So I'm kind of going back and forth. As you can probably tell, it is not finished. I do not have enough 1x2 dark tan and black cheese slopes. So that is something I went ahead and put in my cart for Bricklink, and that's just something I'm going to have to purchase. I have a bunch of 1x1 black jumpers, or not jumpers, cheese slopes, but I'd prefer not dealing with all that and just ordering the 1x2s. That'll make my life a little bit easier. Some of it is close to finished, obviously, as you can see. I tried making some of the areas look presentable. It's definitely noticeable on that side as well as on this side. That's kind of what a finished look is. Made sure to add brown and gray and black and stuff like that as the grates to kind of diverse the colors. Obviously, as you can probably hear in the background and the creaking, and yeah, Nate, he's here building. Like I mentioned in the last clip, I was going to reach out to him, see what he was doing this weekend, see if we can get some more building progress done, and that is what we're doing. We're going to try and focus. He's trying to work on his room over there, like I mentioned. I'm working on finishing up a couple things on this, and then I think we're going to be pausing to start working on the filler section for the next area. Obviously, that's not exciting. It's more boring. It's just something that's been stressing me out, and I want to try and get a chunk of that done, but we will see. I just wanted to throw in this little clip that progress is being made. And yeah, let's get on to the next clip. Okay, so we're taking a quick break real quick. We've gotten some more progress done. He's got the roof taken care of, all that inside taken care of. The last thing we have to do is add some wonderful lights. Obviously, I've got the package over there. I've got some significant progress on this. Got this all up to the kind of height where the catwalk's going to be. Obviously, some work's going to be done, but honestly, that did not take me long at all, which makes me happy because I still have that little portion to do and all of this to do. So, with that being said, that is something I do plan on finishing, but we're going to take a small break to start working on that filler and trying to work on the other half of the mock. Again, I just want to get as much of that done as possible, growing closer and closer to the convention. But I am proud with the progress that's going on right now, so I think taking a break from this and kind of knocking out some boring filler will be fine. Plus, looking at all this tan, it gets old pretty quickly. So, you ready, Nate, to go work on all that filler?
Yeah, I'm tired of getting all sandy up in here. I'm getting too much sand in my shoes. I gotta get out, man.
Alright, so let's get on to that right now. Oh, shoot. Okay, we're back to filming. Okay, guys, so a few hours have gone by. We got some more work done. Obviously, nothing has changed on this because we've been working on the filler sections for the following half. Again, if you guys haven't been following, or if you guys are new to the channel or series, so this right here is only half of the mock. I do apologize for sounding tired. It is currently almost 11 o'clock at night. He and I have just spent the last couple hours putting together a whole lot of filler. And sadly, we're disappointed because what we have, these are the new sections right here. Obviously, it's a lot of color, a lot of different bricks and plates and stuff like that. They're all complete other than obviously not having the border. That's why some of the edges have a stud left over. The reason for that obviously is the trim of the mock is going to go there. Currently, I do not have enough black 1x bricks to finish that off, so that will come eventually. That's the next updates or issue. Sadly, we ran out of needed plates. We hoped we had enough, and we sadly do not. So that is going to be something that gets looked into the coming weeks.
Another order, woohoo!
Obviously, we're super stoked about that. But anywho, like, it is a lot. What we have right there is one full table. So right now we could still, if we really wanted, we could add a whole nother table and get this taken care of. But we still have a full table left to do. We've done the calculations. We know how many plates we need. So we just need to order them. So that'll be the process within the next few weeks. Anywho, Nate's getting ready to leave. Again, it is late. He's got to go home to go to bed. I need to go upstairs and go to bed. So that's probably going to call it a night. I still plan on, before the end of the video, to finish off this. I'm going to work on it in the morning. I don't think it's really going to take that long because obviously that took me no time at all. My biggest issue I'm coming in right now is these gaps. They're really aggravating me. So we will get to that when we get to it. So I think that is going to call it a night, don't you say?
I think so. I'm out, guys. Peace.
Alright, so Nate's out, and we'll check back in the morning. Okay, guys, so it is the next day. Nate obviously isn't over. He went home last night, but today I've gotten some more progress done. It is slightly later in the day, so we're drawing to a close of the episode, but I did go ahead and finish off basically the rest of this one, so everything's up to the height of the catwalk. All those plates, obviously you guys can still tell there's gaps. Kind of working around those, and we'll figure out a way, that way it doesn't seem too obvious. All this will be covered from, normal tile and stuff like that, so all that gray and all that isn't going to be seen. It will be covered, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys what I've been up to and what I'm working with right now. Right now I'm, with all that being the same height, I'm working on this kind of little door area right here. I'm not doing anything super fancy or, super crazy. The idea behind it is this one right here is for that hangar for the Millennium Falcon. So this spot right here, what I'm building on for that door, actually goes up against that wall right there. So the idea behind it is obviously like people gotta get up there somehow, and they obviously have to have a door, a ladder, a stair. There's got to be something, obviously, to get up on the catwalk. So the idea is there's going to be a door right here that's going to lead into that building, and obviously Star Wars magic, stuff like that. It kind of leads into a unknown room. So that's what I'm currently focused on. I'm probably going to get the door covered and then call it for this for now, because it is getting slightly later in the day. And trying to turn my focus on this to make this look like that. It shouldn't take too long. Honestly, finishing off that did not take long at all. So I'm hopeful that I can kind of breeze through this real quick and get that done. That way they'll both look, somewhat finished, and I can end out the episode. But I am really happy with how this is looking. I still am able to access the light switch. All I have to do is just take that panel off. It kind of just sits in there fine. It's the same with this over here. But yeah, I've gotten a lot of progress done, I feel like, other than obviously the filler area. So with that being said, let's get on to probably what will be the end of the video. Okay, guys, so everything is back in place. As I mentioned previously, I was going to try and get that one up to the same standard as that one right there. Got everything raised and obviously had all the plates on top of it placed. From the last episode, you probably can tell a big difference between, where it was at, where it is now. Obviously, it doesn't seem like a whole much. Like, obviously, it's only just a hair bigger, so it doesn't seem like a whole lot on camera, but in reality it is a decent amount of space lifted, especially since this one, they're both getting close to where it is going to end. So what that is currently on both of them is going to be the catwalk, where obviously technicians or whatever, pirates, all of them could kind of walk around, maintenance, looking over the ships, or just in general. So that's what those two things are going to be. That's kind of why they're tan, or at least, the sides are tan and stuff like that. That way I can put tiles on it and make it look a lot nicer than what it is right now. Obviously you see gray, dark tan, and different colors and stuff like that. That is not going to be how it looks. All of that is going to get covered. So if you're worried why it is so much studs on top, don't you worry. It is not going to stay like that. Same with these things right here kind of going around. I realized after all that work and putting on there, I realized I put all like the more finished off look kind of in the corners. So that's kind of what it's going to look like when it's finished off. All those dark tan cheese slopes and black cheese slopes are going to go all the way around. Like I mentioned before, I have a bunch of the 1x1 black ones, and that's just a lot of work. That's going to be really tedious, and I decided I'm just going to count how much I need and order the parts so I can finish it off, because it really shouldn't take that long. And I went ahead and got those parts in my not wanted list, but in a order ready to go. I just need to place the order. But yeah, both are going to be the exact same. The reason for it is just to kind of add a little extra to the walls. That way it doesn't seem like it's super flat. I think once it is done, it'll look really good. But it's just kind of greebling vents going around the entire thing. But yeah, I am super happy with the progress. Obviously, it is not the most progress. My goal was to have both of these finished. It's sadly just did not come to fruition. We did get obviously more work on these two buildings, which obviously weren't here in the previous episode, and I'll get to that in just a second. But I am happy with the progress that's going on. The interior is just looking fantastic. Like I said, the total height, it's reaching the top, or at least the bottom of that shelf right here. So it still has a ways to go to be done. It isn't a whole lot, and I firmly believe I can get it done in one kind of go, as long as I have the correct parts I need. But come to it when I come to it. I am, again, really happy with how the progress went on with that. Obviously, Nate was a huge help. Something that was a big focus, obviously, was getting more of the sections for the next half taken care of, because that was something that's been stressing me out big time. You can ask Nate. It has been stressing me out because, obviously, Brickworld is in, like, less than 3 months, so it is closing in. I was hoping to be closer to being finished with this half by now, but that is what it is. With building these kind of mocks, you can't really put a timetable on it because you just never know what's going to happen. But I'm still confident we can get it done. The next half isn't going to be too crazy. Obviously, there's going to be the cantina, junkyard, and a couple other things that we've been kind of pulling and preparing for to kind of give us another head start, I guess, once we get to that half. But let's move on to some more progress other than what we did over there. Obviously, we got some new buildings put in. Now, previously, if you guys were curious, that the last episode, that was kind of emptied, and that was supposed to be where the movie theater was going to go. Something that I'm super excited and still plan on putting. So don't worry, it's still going to be in the mock. The only reason I've come to that conclusion is we have our space for Brickworld Chicago. I've got my table space. I've got where I'm mapped out, and where I'm currently at, I really like the layout, because what that does is at the convention, you guys will be able to come around on this side and this side, so you'll be able to say the whole interior of both hangars, which is something I really wanted. I think that's going to be the biggest key thing, especially the Falcon hangar. Obviously, everyone loves the Falcon, so that I'm super excited, and obviously you can come out this way and see everything from this side view. But Nate brought up a good point, is with the movie theater being there and the rest of Empire Lug being on that side, no one really is going to be able to see it. And obviously I could put it in the middle, I could put it facing this way, and ultimately decided, you know what, I'm going to move it. So the movie theater is now going to be on this side, and it is going to be on the next section. Working with space, I didn't want to put the movie theater right next to the hangar. I just wanted a plain building or a regular building kind of filling in this space. So the movie theater is going to be still in the mock. It is going to just be on the next half, with obviously the cantina and a bunch of other stuff. Now, what is over here, this building is way more complete than that one is. This one we got built. I really like the architecture of it. It's obviously really tan, really plain. I know Not everyone loves tan. Not everyone, you know, it's not super textured. It's got some vents on this side with a, almost called it a bantha. The, obviously with the dewback and such like that. But overall, I really like the simplistic look of it, I guess you could say. I found this really cool building on Google, and I was looking at different pictures and ideas. I just fixed that because it got knocked over. And I really like the simplistic look of the building. It was kind of plain and just tan and such like that. So I really wanted to incorporate that because I just really like the look of this building. But originally, if you guys noticed in the last episode, I guess, the kind of big squares with the catwalk was over here. That was something, obviously, we swapped because just space issues, I guess you could say. Again, kind of working with a layout now. We have an idea what the layout's going to be for the convention, so we're kind of working around that as well. But with this building, I think it fits really well. You've got that really narrow thing right there, a little narrow path. What we're going to do is put a whole bunch of random parts and pieces, and something that I was really kind of thinking about is taking older Lego sets and taking chunks off of them and using them as trash, like for the junkyard. But that's going to be something that's going to be filled over there as kind of junk and trash that no one sees. Now, continue on. This side does not have an interior. That is why it's blocked off with a door and such. This I'm not going to be showing because I think I don't know if Nate wants to keep it a surprise till all the lights are added to it. But that is his special room, so I'm going to leave it to him when he is ready. This one is less private, obviously, with the whole opening. Now, I was hoping to have this done in time for the episode, but obviously those took precedent and took longer, so I paused this and focused on that. But this is the Droid Depot. This is something I was really excited to incorporate in the mock. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of junkyards, a lot of people selling things, and I thought, how cool would it be to have a Droid Depot? Obviously, the figures in here are not going to be permanent. I don't think I'm going to use the Trandoshan as the seller. It's just a figure I grabbed, and the whole idea of it is just different droids, different parts. People can come in. Obviously, you have the Jawas coming in, interested in buying some parts. You have remnants of a certain somebody. I wonder how they got, all the parts from that. But, yeah, it's just, the whole point of it is just a whole bunch of different droids, different parts, different things for people to buy or, part out, stuff like that. Obviously, it won't take long to finish this off. But obviously, when that took precedent and getting that taken care of, I had to take a pause of this. So it shouldn't take long to finish this off. It will be done, honestly, as long as if I put a couple hours in, this will be done. One final thing, I guess you could say, I finished tiling all that off, so that is completely done. I went ahead and filled it with some minifigures. My goal is to have this alleyway kind of cluttered with booths, machines, figures mainly. That way it really looks like a cluttered alley that's moving. That was one of my favorite things that was going into this mock, was having that really cool pathway and such. So I'm excited for it. Really loving how it's looking. And I'm so happy all the tile got placed down and all that's finished. I am running out of tiles significantly, so that is something that is going to have to purchased soon. But something that I brought up to Nate is definitely something that we can kind of do as the mock progresses. So by next month, my goal is, or at least the next update, is to have both of these completely done. And I mean completely done. Them completely raised, that done, this finished. And obviously, I don't think these two buildings are not going to have an interior as long as I keep them. This, I don't know. But my goal is to have the buildings and stuff like that taken care of. I will not be upset if the tiling is not done. Again, that's something that, if it comes to it, we can do it at the end. But I want to have all the buildings taken care of and at least started with a layout for the next half. Now, one last thing before we get out to the outro, I want to show off what this mock is looking like with the lights off and all the mock lights on, because that is something I love seeing. So I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so finally the end of showcasing what the mock's looking like. Again, I just wanted to show what the lights are looking like in the dark. Obviously, it is always so cool getting to see this. And honestly, with that tile being done and being finished, this area is probably my new favorite location. Seeing those sand troopers, whether you guys hate or love the new stormtrooper helmet, I love the look of this. I think it looks so cool getting to see them being brought by the Imperial spy, and just those lights just make it look so much cooler. I can't wait for all the lights and tiles and all that kind of stuff to be done in this area. With that being said, obviously this whole area is lit up and this area is not. So there is plenty of room for more lights. With the new lights I just got in from Light My Bricks, I am going to be taking some lights to put in this. Nate's going to be putting lights in his little area right there. And obviously I'll have lights kind of going around in this area. That way it kind of fills in this darker area, I guess you could say, because you've got this completely illuminated area and then just kind of a, you know, dark patch right here. But with that being said, I really hope you all enjoy what the mock is looking like, and let's get right out to the outro.
Alright guys, so that was today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, definitely show some love by smashing that like button, as well as let us know in the comment section what you guys think. Like I mentioned in the beginning and throughout the series, season, episode, whatever you want to call it, what do you guys think of this kind of concept of filming as we're going? I know other people do it. It's not new. It's not anything super special, but it is something that I started looking into last month, I guess you could say, because it is something I really enjoyed with this episode, is actually getting to show the progress as we go, and kind of like, okay, well, this is what we're going, and then the next clip is, yeah, so that didn't work, so we went with this way. It also gives us a chance, again, as you guys got to see, Nate and I had a lot of fun building. You got to see him on camera. It's just, I feel like it was a lot more fun, and I'm hoping you guys enjoyed it. If you guys prefer the, you know, intro, and then you get to see all the progress, and then you get the outro, I understand. Obviously, the big portion is getting to see what the mock is looking like. But I enjoy it a lot, so I want to know what you guys think in the comments. As well as, what do you think of the droid depot? I'm really happy with it. I love the idea of all the different broken droids. Something that I love is, from LEGO, is all the astromechs, all the protocol droids, all the different battle droids, all the different droids they make for Star Wars. So I'm so happy I get to use a bunch of them in this droid depot, as well as there's going to be more. There's going to be plenty of droids walking throughout all of Mos Eisley. So that's not even a portion of what you guys will be seeing in the finale. With that being said, we are about 3 months out from Brickworld Chicago, so I'm definitely feeling the heat. Kind of the reason why I wanted to get all the filler sections, which is over there. I want to get all that taken care of, because that's something that's been stressing me out a lot. I know it wasn't the biggest deal. Obviously, we thought we had enough plates to finish off both of the tables. Turns out we only have enough to finish like the other half of one. We have a full table of filler. Makes me so happy, because once we get to a comfortable stage and push that back, we can actually start working on the next half, which is my goal for the next episode. But I digress. If you guys, again, have any comments, any ideas, something that you want in the mock, or something like you think I can do something different, let me know in the comment section below. Nate and I will definitely take it in consideration, look into it, say, oh yeah, that's right, that definitely works more than what we were going with. But other than that, I'm again really happy with the progress that's being made. Next week and the next month is going to be a lot more progress, so stay tuned for that. And I think that's going to be it. Again, if you enjoyed, definitely show some love, and I'm going to catch you stud stackers in the next one. Bye-bye.